Welcome to Be Quick with Mick, the contingent workforce interview / game show where we'll get to know our guests on a more personal level because we're more than just contingent workforce experts. We're real people. I'm your host, Mickey Pelletier. Before I begin, I'd like to thank our sponsor, WG Consulting. And from WG Consulting, I'd like to welcome our guest. Why don't you tell us about yourself? Who are you and what would you say you do?
Hi everyone, Cara Kresge. I'm the president of Workforce Solutions at WG Consulting, where we lead human capital strategies for Fortune 500 companies.
Well, Cara, I am so glad to have you here. Let's get personal. Question number one, what is your favorite way to spend a lazy Sunday?
Walking my dog, watching movies, cooking.
That's it? Simple, straight to the point?
I have my dog. His name's Potato. He's the love of my life. And we cuddle, we watch movies, we cook. I like to chop vegetables. I find it to be a very good stress reliever. Make soup every Sunday.
All right. All right. With a dog named Potato, that all fits together very well. All right. Next question. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Teleportation. I want to go anywhere when I want to get there. I love to travel. It's my favorite thing to do. And so it would be exponentially easier if I could just decide, I'm going to be in London today.
Now, how would that work if you're traveling with people, though? You just say, I'll see you when you get there? Or...
I love solo travel. Yes, I try and do that right now with airplanes, Mickey. I make all kinds of reasons that I have to meet people because I have a very good airport regimen. I love my controlled chaos that is an airport. I've gamified the whole experience. And so I prefer to go by myself if at all possible. And the amount of times that I have come up with reasons that I have to meet people is
next time I
9
see
out of
it.
10.
Next time I see you, I want to hear more about this gamification of your travel experience, see how I could add that to my regimen as well. All right, next question. If you could master one musical instrument, which one would it be?
The violin, and I'll tell you why. Because other than it's beautiful and I love classical music and I love symphonies and all the wonderful things, but actually it's because in third grade, my whole school, we had to learn an instrument, and a music teacher told me that some kids just don't have musical talent, and they totally had me quit and put me into sports, which was great because I love sports, but my whole life I've wanted to learn the violin again.
Right. Well, what a terrible thing for a third grader to hear. And yeah, maybe you could pick it up. It's never too late for that. So now it's time to move on and mix it up with our book of truth. Cara, can you pick a number between 1 and 600 for a random question?
113.
Here's a good one. What goals have you recently set for yourself, and how are you doing on them so far?
Well, actually, I'm doing okay. I set the goal that I would start to really manage my time to model from all of my new team that we don't have to work late nights and every weekend and nobody should call each other on vacation. I really want to model these behaviors, and I'm a few weeks in and so far I'm not doing a great job. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try because I keep working at night.
It's a tough one, particularly if you're passionate about what you do. It's a newer job and you're good at what you do. I can relate.
There's clients. I can't, it's hard. I underestimated, we were acquired and I underestimated how hard it is to start a job with a job. I've never done that before. It's my first time, right? I didn't get hired, I got acquired. So I'm bringing work with me. So I'm going to figure that out, master that.
It's a unique situation. Yeah. One you're going to work through and you're going to do awesome with it. But we got to move on. Now it's time for a challenge round where our guest will get to think quickly and answer some contingent workforce related questions. All right, Cara, here are your options of challenges. Pick one and I'll explain the rules. There is the yes/no opinion gauntlet, word association, never have I ever, finish the sentence, or would you rather?
Never have I ever.
Okay, similar to the drinking game, but without the drinking. Instead, you'll have to put 5 fingers in the air, and I'll make statements relative to work in contingent workforce. And for each statement that applies to you, you put a finger down. And we'll see how many questions it takes for you to put all 5 fingers down. You ready?
Right. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Never have I ever managed a project where the budget doubled. Never have I ever had a project go completely off the rails due to miscommunication. Never have I ever had to explain the difference between a temp staff contractor and an independent contractor.
I should leave the middle finger up. Yes. All right. Yes.
Never have I ever worked with a leader who insisted on using outdated technology. No? Never have I ever had to track down a payment to a supplier that was more than 30 days late.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of fun, Cara. I want to thank you so much for being on our show today, and thank you everybody for tuning in, and hope you all have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Very fun, Mickey. Thank you so much.